Okay, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on Tic-Tac-Toe. Okay. Let me start a timer and set it to 15 minutes. 3, 2, 1, start. Okay. So, now the question is design a tic-tac-toe game that is played between two players on an n times n grid. You may assume the following rules. A move is guaranteed to be valid and placed on an empty block. Once a winning condition is reached, no more moves is allowed. A player who succeeds in placing n of their marks in a horizontal, vertical, or diagonal row wins the game. So given 3, assume player 1 is x and player 2 is 0 on the board. If he makes a move at 0, 0, we're going to place x on that position. So 0, 2, that position. 0, 2, 2, so 1, 1, 2, 1, and 2, 1, 1. So all the way before 2, 1, 1, the function returns 0. As you can see, it's all 0. So nobody wins until player 1 placed that move, that winning move on that 2, 1, 1. Good job. So this is so this is a very straightforward game, and what we can take from this rules is that placing n of their marks, who succeeds in placing n of their marks in a horizontal, vertical, or diagonal row wins the game. So what we can take from this rule is that the sum of the moves of this player on a particular row or a column or a diagonal row has to equal to n to win, right? To win this game. So what I'm thinking is, can we create a counter for each row and each column to keep track of the number of moves of each player? For example, we can place let me check a time. Okay, 12 minutes. All right. For example, we can place a counter on not on a particular move, but when player makes a move at 0, 0, we increase the counter. For example, in this case, player 1, whenever a player 1 makes a move, we're going to increase 1 for the counter. And when player 2 makes a move, we're going to decrease 1. We're going to minus 1 for the counter. So in this case, if player 1 makes a move at 0, 0, we're going to increase 1 for both counters at column 1 and row 1. So 1, 1, column 1, and row 1 plus 1. And when player 2 makes a move at 0 and 2, we're going to minus 1 for column 1. For row 0 and column 2. Now, all the way to the end until after when player 1 makes a move at 2, 1, which will increase the counter at row 2 and column 1. And row 2, the counter at row 2 is equal to 3, which is the length of the grid, in this case. So how do we configure this counter? What I'm thinking is, how about let's make, so we can make what I'm thinking is, right now we can make a two one-dimensional arrays, right? So one is for keeping track of the rows, and the other one is for keeping track of the arrays. Keeping track of the columns, right? So we have row 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, row 0, 1, 2, and column 0, 1, 2. So these two arrays have the same lengths. Now, I think we can start coding. Okay, let's check a skeleton code. So initialize your data structure here. All right, so now, so first of all, we need a array. So we need a array to keep track of the rows, right? Row counter. Let's do this. Row counter. Well, on the other hand, let's not forget that there's another situation, is the diagonals, right? So we also need a counter to keep track of the diagonal rows, right? So we need 2, 4 arrays to keep track of these. So row counters and column counters, right? And we need the we need the diagonal, right? Diag, and let's say diagonal slash. Like if you slash this way, it's like slash to the right, right? Like you slash, so you slash to the right. You start from the left bottom. You say, you know, I'm gonna call this diagonal left, right? And then, wait, hold on a sec. You don't even need that, right? You don't need an array to keep track of this because there's only one dimension, right? Right, so okay, so let's do diag left and diag right. So these two are the counters for keeping track of. These two are the counters for keeping track of the diagonal, the number on the diagonal rows. Okay, so and now we have to initialize it. So row counter is equal to new int. I suck at typing, and row column counter is equal to new int n, right? Okay, and in this case also, but we don't need to initialize. Now, this case, we need to initialize diagonal left as 0 and diagonal right as 0 because they haven't, nobody has made a move yet. Okay, so now we are going to see, okay, so player 1. So first of all, we're gonna have a variable called move. So if it's player 1, if player equal to 1, all right? If player is 1, then we're gonna increase by 1. If player is 2, we're gonna decrease by 1, right? So this is move. And so after it made a move, we're gonna have row. Hold up. We're gonna have row counter at this position, right? And we're gonna create is equal to row plus move, right? So, and on the other hand, we're gonna do column counter, right? At column this position is equal to column counter. I suck at typing, man. I need to practice. I need to go back to primary school to practice some typing. Plus move, right? And then we are going to, so if this row and so if row is equal to column, right? So which means it's on this position. So row, okay, on the not it it means this move is placed on the diagonal row. Then we are going to diag left is equal to, well, you know what? Actually, we don't even need to do this. We just plus move and plus move, and we get rid of all of these bullshit. Okay? So, and plus equal move, all right? And however, if row is, now, on the other hand, it's equal to, so say it's equal to n. In this case, we have n, right? So we need a global variable for n. Well, you know what? We don't need to, right? We just get the row counter, the length of the row counter. But I still would like to have a, length length. Just this is, professional practice. One of the professional practices. All right, we have 3 minutes left. All right. Okay, so len is equal to n, right? Okay, so actually, I think, you know what? I think I should add this and this and this and this and this. You know what? I don't need to, because my variable is not the same as the input variable, but this is good practice. So anyways, I mean, unless I do this, right? Like n is equal to n, right? Okay, so that's good. All right. I think I just accidentally saved this page, but anyways, habit, force of habit. Anyways, so we don't need this. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. And if row is equal to n minus column, right? So if n is 3 and minus 1, right? So n is 3 and then minus column is 0, is 3 minus 2. So 0 and 2, right? So 0 and 2. Okay, if that means, so it means it's on the other, it's on the opposite diagonal row. So diag right plus minus move. Okay, move. All right. So if any of these, if row counter equal to n, or now if row counter equal to n, or row column counter equal to n, sorry, this is pushing me too much. Okay, or diag left is equal to n, or diag right is equal to n, then we will return true, right? Nah, not return true. We'll return 1, because if it wins, I'll return 1. Okay, else we will return 0. Okay, so I think that's it. Can I test it? 27 seconds. Compile. Cannot find symbol. Diagonal left. Line 29. Line 29. Okay, I misspelled it. Left. Run code. Again, please, 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 please. Finished. Okay, 0 to 1. Let's submit it. Wrong answer. Fuck. Oh, wait. You're supposed to return the number of the player. You're supposed to return the ID of the player. So, shit. So if it return, okay. So if, wait, so if returns 1, so, okay. Anyways, this is ridiculous. Else if is return is equal to negative, right? It return 2. Negative or negative or negative. All right, we're gonna return. Let's run code again. Perfect. Great. So we're done. 15 minutes. Pretty simple. All right. We passed finally after 3 failures in a row in the past 2 to 3 days. All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.